In today's video, we are going to be making these wind spinners. You can hang them anywhere outside for decoration, and as the wind catches them, they spin around and make a lovely pattern. I'm doing ready for the anniversary for the Queen this year, so we've got a royal colours, red, white and blue. So to begin with, we're just going to need a 2mm hook and the colour of your choice, and later on obviously we need the scissors and a needle for sewing in. And it only uses single crochet and double crochet, so it's very simple to make. Okay, I'm going to start off by making a loop, a slip knot. Just wrap it round, pull one end through, and I want to know where I start on all of my work. So I'm going to put a knot in this end, so I know every time I need to come back to it, that's my beginning. And now we are simply going to chain 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't have to be 100, it can be whatever number you prefer, but this particular one is 100 chains in length. So what I'll do is I'll pause the video, I'll come back to you when I've done 100 chains. Okay, so I have just done 100. So what we're going to do is we are going to cut the thread, like so. Pull that one out. And we need to start again at the beginning. So we know that this one has got our knot on the end. We can feel it there. We are going to make another slip knot. And we are going to do a single crochet all the way along this chain. So we look for our first chain, which is here, and then we're going to yarn over, pull through, and there is our first one. So dark colour is quite hard to find the chains, so you find your next one, pull it through like this, and we're going to do this all the way along the 100. Like so. So what I'll do again is I'll just pause this video and I will meet you at the end of this row. Okay, I've got 2 left on here. So we're going to go into this one here. If I can find it. And I generally leave it there because it's very difficult to get it into the last one, purely for the fact that it will come undone by itself. So again, on this one, we're going to cut it, pull it out, I'll give it a tug, and we're going to start back at the beginning of our row again. Okay, we're going to change our colour to red now. So we have got a slip knot. We need to yarn over, but we're going to have to hold it with our finger on this one for the first stitch. It's quite tricky. I'm going to miss this first one because that's just going to make this end piece loose. I'm going to go into this second one, and we're going to pull the yarn through, and you have to keep an eye on these loops here for the very first stitch. Pull through 1, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So it's first double crochet. I'm going to go back in the same hole, and we're going to do a second double crochet like so. So all the way along this piece of work, we are going to do 2 double crochets into every stitch. Like so, that's 1 and 2, and as you go along it will start twisting, so don't worry about that, it's meant to. Like so. So you can see it's starting already. So if you carry on to the end and I'll meet you there. Okay, I've got 1 more double crochet set to do, so we're going to go into this last hole. And that's 1 double crochet and 2, like so. So again, we just pull the yarn, cut it off, and give it a tug. So there we have the second colour complete. Now we need to go on to the third colour, which in my case is going to be white. I'm going to do another slip knot on your hook. And this time we're going to do 3 double crochets into every stitch. So again, hold the yarn over. We know it's the beginning when you find your knot, which mine is here. And we're going to go into this one here. Pull the yarn through. Oh, that's twisted. Let's go back that way. There we go. See, this first one is very fiddly. We can hold it in place through our first stitch. Pull the yarn through. Just make sure you've got the 3 on your hook to begin with. This one keeps twisting back. Pull through the first one and pull through this second one. There we go. And then pull through the last 2. Yarn over, we're going to go in the same hole again. This will be easier now. Pull through 2, pull through 2. And this is our third one, all in the same stitch. Pull through 2, pull through 2. So once you've got that first one on, it's plain sailing. We are going to do a double crochet into each stitch. So it's 3 in each stitch instead of the 2. And this will be the longest round, because after this it's single crochets. Okay, so this is what it's going to be looking like. So every single stitch needs 3 double crochets. 1, 2, oh, not quite got that bit. And 3. So if you want to carry on, I'll meet you down at the other end. Okay, so we've just coming up to the last bunch of double crochets. So I'm going to go in this last stitch here, finish it off for you. So that's 1, 2, and the last one is number 3. I don't go in this very last one because it will just pull out. So we're going to cut that one off like so. And don't worry, it doesn't really look as it should be. It will do in the end. And then for our final colour, I'm going to go back to the centre one, which is our blue. And all the way along this one, we're going to do a single crochet now. So we've got our slip knot again. We know this is the first part of it because we've got our knot on the end. And we are going to work in this first stitch here. So I'm going to miss this one because it will pull out. I'm going to go in this one. Like so. And all the way along, we are just going to trim it off with a single crochet. And it makes it look very effective when it's spinning. So if you want to carry on, I'm going to pause the video for you, single crochet all the way along, and I'll meet you at the other end. Okay, I'm about to do the last single crochet on this part. So we're going to finish that stitch. Like so. I ignored the very last one. As I said before, it will just pull out. Snip it off. And there we have it. So in order to get it the pretty shape that it is, we start at the bottom and you just work your way round, pulling it through to overlap the one in front. And then it finds its place. like so. Almost there. Like so. So this is our bottom, and our top has got the knot in it. And there we have it. So the next thing we need to do is to tie in our ends. So grab our needle. Doesn't matter where you start, just work your way back down, in and out, to get rid of your ends. So, and then snip them off. This one doesn't want to go through my needle. There we go. So I'll let you carry on both ends and I'll meet you back. Okay, the next thing to do is to make the tassels for the bottom. And what I generally do is just use a normal placemat, or you can use the side of a book, whatever size you fancy. And I grab all three colours and we do it all at the same time. So I'm going to wrap this around my coaster 10 times. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's bring that back up to the top. I'm going to cut this wool now. And then I'm going to keep the blue one. Just take a section of that off to tie it through. And the easiest way to do this is to push your crochet hook through, grab the wool, pull it back, and then I'm going to feed the ends through my loop that I've got here, just like so. Pull it tight and tie a couple of knots in. And then I generally push it back under and do another knot just to make sure it's secure. Like so. And then we go for cutting at the bottom. So just slide your scissors under, cut the wool. And there we have our tassel. So we need to thread our needle. Like so. Just get the other one on at the same time. And we're going to attach it right to this bottom blue section. So just weave it in and out, pulling it tight as you go. I'm going to feed it back through just to do a knot and then lose the ends as I go up. That should be enough. Cut them off. And then we're going to give it a little bit of a trim. So feed it through your hand, like so. And I'm just going to trim it so that we know they're all the same length. Or if you find it's too long, just shorten it, same way. Okay. So there's our tassel for the spinner. And now I just need to do the handle up the other end. So again, I'm going to use the blue yarn. I'm just going to cut a section of it off, like so. And then I'm just going to do a little slip knot at the top. I want it far up the top as I can, just enough to get my hook through, like so. Now you can do any way that you want to make a hoop, but I tend to use this technique because it seems to be stronger. So we've got 2 yarns hanging from your hook. We're going to wrap the first one over, and with the second one we use to pull it through, like so. So we wrap over and we pull it through. Keep working your way up. This is going to make a cord-like handle, so it'll be very strong. And you just keep going until you find the length that you want. So I think a couple more and we should be there. That should be enough. So I'll pull that one through. And then we thread our needle again. Just put the other one in as well. Just to make it a bit easier for me to sew it in, I'm just going to cut them to the same length. And then we need to grab the top. I'm going to work my way down. Like so. The hoop that we've got left at the top, literally where your needle was, your hook was put in, we're going to find that and we're going to go through. Like so. And then like we did with the tassels, we're going to weave it in and out to secure it in place. And then work our way back down so that we can trim it off. And there we have our wind spinner. So if it ever gets out of shape, oh, I forgot to cut this bit off. If it ever gets out of shape, just do the process again of just winding it where it should be, like so, and it'll be back to normal. So these would be ideal decorations for the upcoming Jubilee, for the Queen's 70 years. Or birthday parties, you can do them in different colours. Anything outside, barbecues. So if you like the video, just give me a thumbs up. Maybe subscribe. I do try and put one up every week. They're all free patterns and I always add subtitles, so it helps you with reading the patterns. There we have it. And we let it go and it's all back in shape. Okay, so I'll see you next time.